drew a big charge down the stretch.
Had a season high 10 points, as well as has been simply remarkable. One of the most improved players we have seen, as Lattimore sent that to the high heavens.
Establish yourself early. Do not come in my house.
Gets the dive and the bucket.
And they rely on their young players to do a lot of their scoring and rebounding, and it'll show up over the course of time how good they've become. They're standing in the lane, this time going left again, but there's no help. It's one-on-one.
Coming off of a 15-point game, the 6'1" sophomore out of Atlanta. Lattimore dials it up again and finds the bottom of the net.
When you're feeling it, you're feeling it.
Kymora Johnson. Lattimore, who's already knocked out 2 triples, builds on her double figures already.
Coach Pay will not like that, because the scouting report is, even though she is right-handed, Lattimore loves to use her left hand to attack the basket.
6 on the shot clock, and Virginia looking for some settling movement at the rim, and of course, Kymora Johnson provides it.
I mean, that's just such a good, we talked about it when we were watching some film of how good her balance is when she goes to the basket. That she doesn't run over people. She can use her strength. And then again, anticipation. She's so good at the defensive end and reading passing lanes, picking the ball off of post players off their dribble.
Clark at the rim!
They're in attack mode. They are hard because they put pressure on your defense to help. And then in wrong areas, you're going to give up threes. But Kymora's just got a great knack for going and Clark
has knocked down 5 triples in the first half, 5 for 11 and shooting 45%. Beautiful pull up for Brooke Demetre.
In fact, she was saying, give it back to me.
So less than 2 minutes in the first half. Johnson showing us why the rock belongs in our hands. Good. Less than a minute to play here in the first half. 5 on the shot clock for Stanford.
That's a big-time play for them going into half.
Stanford 9th in the ACC in scoring. Virginia sitting at 13th, but it's looked the opposite to start this ball game.
And also, those people, you know, those other players are doing things like good
shooting 8 for 15, and Stanford 3 for 15 from distance.
I mean, to put this in perspective, Paris Clark is a really good player, but she's shooting 17% from 3. Nothing intense or worrisome. You know, sometimes as a coach you worry maybe they're not geeked up enough, but they've come out as relaxed to shoot the ball.
7 for 7 today, and doing things on both sides of the floor. Can she make it 8? Oh, and now she's not perfect from the field, but it leads to 2 more for Virginia. They had the pictures with them side by side, both of them having their own turn holding the clipboard.
Yes, and I think you have to have that relationship. Oh, what a great play.
Lattimore at the rim. Goes down for Virginia as they have 10. Lattimore with the assist, knocking it down. Coming off that 6-point game.
She owned it. I mean, around her coaches and teammates, and she wasn't what she wanted to be in that game. They need her to be this.
Quick response on the other side. Double figures for Stanford. Demetre with 12. All right.
You're living right. You're living right.
You can feel Virginia right now trying to add on to it.
They feel like it could be an avalanche if they do it right. Her overall leadership, there's a sense in the athletic department here when you talk to people about it's upbeat everywhere. There's professionalism everywhere.
Kymora Johnson knocked down the triple. Can she get back to back? You bet! Kymora Johnson is feeling it. As far as assists, she does have the 6 rebounds at this point. If I'm her teammates, I'm just throwing it up there for her. 5 on the shot clock. McGee pulls up. Wow!
I mean, here's a team, Virginia, that averages 66 points a game in conference play, and they're at 76 right now, and we still got 8 minutes to play.
And had a season-high 28 points in the third quarter.
going to be happy, though, with the defense at the other end. They're scoring. She's great, grateful for all that they're doing. But she's not going to like that they're giving up at-the-rim layups.
Back door, caught him sleeping, and count the bucket. Between Notre Dame and NC State earlier today, that was one for the ages, going into double overtime as another triple is knocked down for Stanford, who was one shy of her career high, 19. Off the deck, and Lattimore said, not here. 3 blocks on the night.
It was almost like she invited her to come in.
Shea at the top of the key, triple good. And also congrats to Virginia as the time wanes. That will be it as they will move on to now 14-14, getting back to 500.